So maybe you noticed that your AeroGarden app has stopped working, and my friends, that is because they have come out with a new app. If you're curious how this app differs from the old one, I will walk you through it, show you around a little bit, share some of the things I like and some of the things I don't. And unfortunately, you have to use the new app, or I guess not use the app at all, because the old one doesn't work anymore. Similar to the Highlander, and there can only be one in the world at any one time. Let me show you what the new app looks like. So the old app was very dark, it was very blue, just like the screen on the farm. I don't know what it was like in the old app for some of the other models, so if you had a Harvest or a Bounty or anything else in the old app, let me know down in the comments what that looked like, because I'm actually curious. And I can't go back and check because it won't let me. So for those of you that had used the old app, I know one of the things that would drive me nuts is you had to use it in landscape. You couldn't use it in portrait on your phones. The old app was pretty much, not even pretty much, the old app was the exact display that is on the farm. So for me, that was kind of annoying because it's the same thing. You could raise and lower the lights, you could turn the lights on and off, but some of those things, like, why would you even do it in the app? I'm not lowering the lights, maybe raising them if I'm not there, because I'd want to see how high they were, how low they were. So I never really found that helpful. The one thing I did like about the old app was the water reminder notifications, because if you're not paying attention sometimes, especially when those plants get bigger, it can be easy for life to get in the way and for there to be not enough water in your tank, and you do not want that. I will say there was a bit of a bumpy start for me. So I downloaded the new app. That part was all fine. Installed it on my phone. When you go in, you're prompted to add a device, and it's got the list of all the different devices that you can add in. I actually also don't remember on the old model, and I went to try and check, but of course I can't get in. I wanted to see how many models they supported. This one supports the new grow lights that AeroGarden came out with, and it's got the Bounty, it's got some of the farms, and then it's got a classic farm and classic harvest. And we'll come back to that because there's a little story in that one. So when I was going to set up my farm, I went in and chose the farm 24 plus because that is what I have. And then to scan the code, and it's saying that the device has been claimed and the AeroGarden is already linked, and I have to call customer support. And I fill out the whole form, and then it says can't submit the form. So then I was getting really annoyed. I went over to the website and had to submit the form there, and they gave me the instructions. Let me show you how to fix that issue right now. This is the error message that I'm getting. So what they suggest I do, I need to do on my farm, so I'll show you that. So we go over here, we go to more options, go on Wi-Fi, and then we want to click on this one here, Unpair Garden, and I'm going to unpair it. I get that done. I go in, I scan my barcode, and boom, it says you've selected the wrong device. And I'm like, what do you mean I've selected the wrong device? That's an AeroGarden Farm Plus. I know, I've had it for a while. It mentioned that I had the classic model, and I'm like, it's classic now? I guess they must have changed something because I have had the farm for a very, very long time. So I had to go back to the main screen and choose the classic farm. And there's only one option, so I'm guessing if you have one of the older farm models, regardless of what one you have to use classic farm. So it does mention on the website that the garden data, the journals, and the photos will all port over. The other thing that was strange was when I went into the new one, I didn't see the farm showing up there automatically. That might have been because it was the old one and it couldn't port over. But outside of all of that, how different is the app? From what I've seen, it's not that different. Visually, it is more pleasing. It's a lot of white background and it's just easier to view everything, but it doesn't really seem to do more. And at least for me, it was very glitchy, especially around the lights. So here in the app, what am I on? I'm on the left garden. And it says my light is off. Lights are not off. Okay, so let's turn it on. And then here, like, I can't turn them off. We go to the right garden now. That one's saying it's on. I don't even know how these things are. Oh, see, I touched that one. Now they've both gone off. But here it says on. And there it says on. This is really bizarre. Oh. They turned on again, but that didn't move. And I was really, really hoping for more. I was so excited when I saw the email and that there was going to be a new app. If you've seen my other video about getting rid of the AeroGarden farm, I'll link it up there. I'm actually giving it to my sister, and it was all kind of turned off, and I need to clean it up a little bit. I came upstairs, I plugged it in so that I could do this whole thing to try out the new app. And now I find myself underwhelmed. And maybe the app is better if you have some of the newer models. I do have a brand new AeroGarden Bounty Elite that I'm going to be setting up, so I will try out the app with that. But I want to shoot that whole video so I can share it with you guys. If you have been using the app and have found it to be fantabulous with the devices that you have, put some comments down below so other people can see, because maybe my experience with it is not typical. You like, what don't you like? Do you like the new app better or the old app better? And if you're wondering if it would be better to get, say, an AeroGarden Farm or one of the Rise Gardens, you can check out this video over here.